Today I fucked up by teaching my 13-yo brother Python. This happened today and my brother is sleeping as I am writing. I've always wanted to teach my brother to program, and while he is only 13, I knew he was smart enough for that and he would find making games interesting. Sinve he is spending all his free time gaming. I convinced him and chose Python, since I know the language well and it's easy to start with. We got started late, around midnight, and before 2 a.m. I was able to teach him some good core skills as he understood everything really quickly. Then, unknowingly, I did the best teacher move, but the worst family move. I thought that we could turn on a 90-minute long YouTube tutorial and he could try to follow through with my help, therefore learning to learn on his own. The tutorial was teaching how to build a basic game, and he was successfully following it with a bit of my comments until 5 a.m. when I got tired and I said we should go to sleep. He was really into it, so I said finish those lines and go to sleep. I also jokingly added something like, make sure that when I wake up it's finished, haha. Out of carefulness I still added, just joking, go to sleep, I sleep. I wake up at 12. Go to his room, he is dead sleeping. The computer seemed to be on, so before I wake him up, I check it out. I look at the code, and holy shit, there is much more code, much more files. And the game has basic controls working. So I test out his Spaceship vs. Mars shooter game. Pretty cool. I then check when the file was last saved and I see it was an hour ago. An hour ago. He went to sleep at like 11 a.m. We wanted to go on a Sunday barbecue trip with mom as usual, but I guess we are not going anywhere with the 1 hour of sleep that my brother had. Too long, did not read. Gave my 13-yo brother a Python tutorial to follow on YouTube. He got so into it he spent the whole night coding on his own and we missed our Sunday trip. Edit. I can't change the title anymore, but my brother's name is not Python. That's the name of the programming language. Seems like you just helped your brother figure out what to do in life. Congratulations, big bro. Edit. Didn't think it would get this much attention. Thank you for the award. Party popper. Long term it will turn into much less of a f-up than a great brother achievement. The only fuck up here is that you didn't introduce him to Adderall coffee. Cuz passing for a human being while the evil firesphere is ascendant with just 2 hours sleep and 4 cups of coffee is like the third most important skill a programmer can have. Brother Python sounds like a better movie than Brother Bear. That kid is going places. Not your barbecue trip, but places. Wish my brother had introduced me to coding instead of cigarettes. You sound like a cool big bro, don't sweat it. Today I fucked up by not having enough karma. I am a long-time lurker but not often contributor of this corner of the interwebs. Today I was reminded of an epic tale of petty revenge. I thought it would be fun to post it in r, petty revenge, as one does. I read some rules. Skimmed some others. Was completely unaware of others still. After discovering I couldn't just post some pictures of the results of the petty revenge, it was text chain describing the results, I proceeded to type out the entire story on my phone. I'm not the fastest texter, so it took me about an hour to type it out on my phone. I check for mistakes. Ducks are in a row. Submit the post. Sit back and wait to see if anyone is entertained. I noticed reasonably quickly that I received a new message. Story must have been good if I've received a reply already. Sweet. It was an automod telling me that I don't have enough karma to post to the sub. I didn't save the post anywhere. If I ever get enough karma to post the sub, I will have to find the energy to type it out all over again. Sigh. TLDR. Tried to make a post to r, petty revenge but didn't have enough karma to post to the sub. Wasted about an hour of my time. Edit. Thanks to all you awesome PPL, I now have enough karma to post to r, petty revenge. The story is now live. Longtime lurker as well. Just don't get around to posting much for karma, yuck. Have an upvote to help your karma. Why don't you copy and paste the text next time? 5 years and 7 comment karma. What are you, a functioning human being? It should still be in your post history. I'm new to Reddit so maybe I'm ignorant, but if we can't see the karma on this post, doesn't that mean you're not gaining any karma from it? I'm still learning what Reddit is. Can someone explain what karma is? Today I fucked up by threatening to break up with my girlfriend if she does not quit vaping. I, 23M, come from a family of heavy smokers. Almost everyone except me has been inhaling that poisonous gas every day for generations, finishing a pack a day at times. And I have seen many family members suffer from the consequences of that situation. I have lost many loved ones due to lung cancer, including both my grandparents, one of my aunts, and last year, my beloved father. Everyone around me, my family, my friends and relatives have been smoking for ages and will keep doing this shit till the day they die, but I have always resisted it. And after going through all of the shit that I am very much disgusted by the idea of smoking. But my dear girlfriend, 24F, has lately gotten into vaping. She knows how much I hate smoking and smokers at that, so she used to be careful with not doing it around me. But I have caught her doing it a couple times and I know she does it on a regular basis. She recently confessed to me that she has tried a cigarette from a friend, and I am very afraid that the woman I love would get into this horrible habit. So I have been admittedly pressuring her into quitting vaping. Even though she uses nicotine-free cartridges, I just think it's a gateway drug to smoking. She even started vaping around me for a small time period. At first it was a couple times, then it became a regular thing. So yesterday I told her that I would break up with her if she didn't quit vaping. I told her about the suffering I have experienced because of that stuff. But she wouldn't budge. We had a huge afterwards which opened up the topics of some of the fights we have been postponing on discussing. She stormed out of my apartment and we haven't talked since. I don't know what to do right now. TLR. I confronted my girlfriend about quitting vaping and we had a fight. I don't know if she is coming back. Edit 1. Thanks to everyone that has taken the time to answer. I had some alone time and had time to reconsider some things. I have found it that me and my now ex-girlfriend are not compatible. She was not respecting my boundaries at all and I was not hers. I need some time alone with just myself. I don't know if she is involved in that feeling building up, but that's what I need right now. Thanks again to everyone who helped me clear my mind. Edit 2. I think a lot of people are missing the point here. It's not that I am some crazy controller bitch that wants to mess with his so. She had just gotten into the habit, and I wanted her to leave it at that. She knew what I went through with my family, so she should at least have the courtesy to not do it around me. I only made it a problem when she started vaping in front of me. I don't really care what she does in her time, as long as she does not make me inhale them too. I did a bad job specifying that detail, so, my bad. Edit 3. I told her from the start of her saying she was vaping that it was a deal breaker for me. I was not trying to manipulate her by any means. I told her I would break up with her if vaping was more valuable to her than me, and I stood by my word by doing so. Well, you said you wanted to break up if she wouldn't quit. Did you not really want to break up if she wouldn't quit? Doesn't sound like a fuck up to me. Sounds like you both learned something about your relationship. I'm a former smoker, current vapor, and I would totally understand if my partner thought it was a gross habit. I mean, objectively, it is. So unless it's something you want to put up with, by all means let her leave. Otherwise, that subject is just going to continue to fester as a source of more arguments. You have a valid reason to ask her not to smoke or vape. She has a valid reason for leaving. You set a boundary, so did she. Let her go. Just break up. Just let her leave? If she can't take your feelings into consideration, she isn't worth it. Sounds like she doesn't value your feelings and you don't value her choices. Probably for the best. Today I fucked up by telling a woman she doesn't have to buy water. I work in a store and today a woman came and bought 36 half-liter bottles of water. Which would be strange, but I work in a tourist trap and from her accent I got that she was British. So definitely a tourist. Now a lot of tourists don't know that our tap water is perfectly safe to drink even without a filter. As a result, many spend a lot of money on bottled water, which is, of course, marked up like crazy. If a customer complains about how much money they spend, I try to explain to them that they don't need to buy bottled water and can just drink tap water from their hotel or apartment. The usual response is okay, but I'll still buy it because it feels safer or I'm used to it. All of them still appreciate the advice and say thank you. Well, today this woman, as I read to her the amount she has to pay, looked shocked and said, "That's not right." I tried to explain the situation again. Now in my mind I said, well, you don't need to buy this water because our tap water is safe to drink. I thought it sounded okay. But a combination of my tired, low voice and the fact that I didn't look at her but the monitor made it sound very mean-spirited. Just as I finished the sentence, I realized how mean it sounded, but it was too late. She just responded with, well, you don't have to be so rude. I tried to explain that I didn't mean to be rude, it just came off like that. I don't think she believed me. She just paid and left. And I forgot to even say I'm sorry. That definitely didn't help. I just wanted to be helpful, but I ended up sounding like an entitled rich brat. Anyway, now I feel like a piece of shit. Too long did not read. I told a woman she doesn't need to buy water without thinking how mean it sounded. We, in our first world country, have drinkable tap water fountains everywhere outside. Not just in town, but also on small country roads and trekking paths etc. But then we also have tap water with a quality so high, it regularly beats bottled water in all sorts of tests, including taste, lol. Switzerland, in case someone is wondering. I worked in a small lodge at a high-altitude ski area. I used to tell guests the same all the time. Then I'd see them muscling in a few dozen liters of water bottled by Nestle near Flint, Michigan. AARGH. You weren't mean. You were trying to save them money. I just looked at my label on a 16 ounces bottle of Ice Mountain 100% natural spring water, with a picture of a snowy high mountain peak. On the back it says, proudly sourced in Michigan. I refill these with tap water all the time and carry them for convenience.